welcome to another video, another tarot reading video. So we are going to go over the general energies for the entire month of January in 2023. Before we actually get started, I just wanted to mention some important dates that will be coming up in January that will kind of influence the overall energy. So first we're going to be having a full moon in Cancer on January 6th, which at the time of this video is only a few days away. So the sign of Cancer is really about motherhood, our emotions, and finding strength within our emotions. So that may be one of the influencing energies at this time. But then later in the month, we'll get a new moon in Aquarius, which is the sign of innovation and creativity and detachment. So those are going to be the two important dates to kind of look out for. But otherwise, let's get into the reading. Alrighty, hello all my Capricorns out there, my beautiful little goats joining in. We are doing a tarot card reading for the month of January 2023, and we're just going to go over your general energies. So we have the letter A, which is Oracle, and the crystal card deck, which will serve as like an overall view of your reading, but then we'll also be drawing tarot cards. So we'll be doing your most recent past, your present, and then your future. And then we'll also be drawing cards on your insights, how you're feeling, your thoughts, and then taking one card from the bottom of each of the decks as a form of advice. So we'll get started. Let me put the crystal deck aside for a minute. I'll do the witches first. So what are the general energies for Capricorn? That one. What are the general energies for Capricorn? For that one. Okay. And we're just taking two of each oracle card. What are the general energies for Capricorn January? Also, happy birthday to all my Capricorns out there. I hope you have been having wonderful birthdays. I know this is the start of your season, so yeah, just wanted to spread some happiness and some cheer. I didn't forget. So I have your two overall energies here, so I'll shift that over to the side. And then I will be using the Divine deck for your most recent past. So what is the past for Capricorn? Feeling this one. So the most recent past for Capricorn, this guy. What is the most recent past for Capricorn, this one? Okay. So I will set that there. Put these guys over here, and then we'll be using the Kawaii deck for your present. So what's going on in Capricorn's present? What's Capricorn's present? Ooh, these are a lot of cards that are coming out together, so I'm gonna just take the one. I just want the one. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Anyways, what is in doing your future with the Gentle Thrills Tarot decks. What is in the near future for Capricorn? I feel like this outside one and this inside one is important. And then this one that is like popping out. Okay. And then last but not least, we'll be doing your thoughts and feelings. So what are Capricorn's thoughts and feelings at this time? What are Capricorn's thoughts and feelings at this time? Oh, okay. These two really... Oh, that's too many. That's too many. Wait, okay. I'm gonna take this one, and I'm gonna take this one. Okay, you are like... it's like pulling on the second card, so I guess we'll have a stack of 4 ready. So then we will take the bottom of each deck as your advice pile. So there you go, and I'll set that aside along with your thoughts and feelings, because I can only fit so many cards on my desk, and we'll go through your past, your present, and your future first. So here are your cards for your most recent past. So the first you have the 3 of Coins. Okay, it's working together with people. And then you have the Moon. Then you have the 6 of Cups. Okay. Very interesting energies within the past area. So within your present, you have the 8 of Wands. So fast movement coming. Then you have the Strength card. It came up in reverse, but we don't take reversals, so we will turn it around. And then you have the 5 of Coins, also in reverse, but we don't take reversals, so it'll be upright. I will shift this over because these Gentle Thrill cards are rather big. So, for your future, you have the Emperor. Very strong energy. And you have the 8 of Coins, the 8 of Pentacles. And then you have the 2 of Cups. Okay. So, your reading is very interesting, Capricorn, especially looking at like your past energy. So it looks like you've been focusing on working together with others, kind of showing generosity to other people. And the 6 of Cups, the card itself is like representative of the past, representing your childhood. So maybe you've been hanging out a lot with childhood friends, or maybe you're reconnecting to some childhood friends, but it just means that you're meeting people who have met you in your past lives. So that's really like standing out to me. So through working, you're meeting people, you're working with other people that you have already met before. But with the Moon here, you can see she's solemnly looking up at the Moon, so it makes me feel like there is some sort of illusion or some sort of loss or some sort of thing that you can't quite figure out at the moment, or you couldn't figure out in your past. And so you've been wandering for a pretty long time, not knowing where to go and not knowing which path to necessarily take. You're just kind of like moving along the current is the energy that I get from this Moon card. But now in the present, these energies are coming in so fast that it's kind of hard for you to discern what to do. And so you are still battling with this sense of loss, but there are all these new opportunities that are arriving for you that you're trying to maintain your strength, because there's a lot of things that are starting over again. I know that school is going to be starting soon. If you go to school, people are going to come back from vacation, go back to where, going back to their homes for the holidays and everything. So that's kind of like the feeling that I get off of this, is that we're going back into almost a sort of routine. And I can feel that from the rigidity of the Emperor. So the Emperor is very stern, rigid. He stands for like having utmost discipline. And so that discipline is reflecting on how you work on yourself. So you are actually working on yourself. You're trying to figure out, why do I feel this way with the Five of Coins? You are not just going to sit out in the cold or fly out in the cold like these little dinosaurs are. You're going to go inside and you're going to do something that nourishes your soul, to try to make yourself feel more fulfilled. And ultimately it does. It helps you develop a potential new relationship, a new partnership, or even a new friendship of some sorts, which is seen here by the Two of Cups. So yeah, I'm not really feeling anything else, any other messages, so I'm gonna put away this pile and put out the next two piles, so how you're feeling and your advice. Okay, my little Capricorns, my little goats. I just wanted to let you know that overall, when looking at your card spread from before, this just occurred to me as I was putting the cards away, it feels very grounded in reality and in the things that are going on. I just have a very grounded sense, a very grounded feeling, compared to a lot of the other piles that I've read today. There are some piles that gave off more intense emotional connection, but yours was not as overwhelming, to say the least. It was actually kind of calming in a sense, because it seems like you know what you're doing. So and I say that kind of as a question, because very often us humans do not even know what we're doing half the time. So but that's the feeling that I'm getting off of your cards. So now we'll go over on your thoughts and your feelings currently. So you have the Knight of Swords in reverse, but we'll flip it. You have the Tower. Okay. Definitely interesting internally how you feel. Then you have the Hermit in reverse, but turn upright. And then you have the Nine of Wands, which was in reverse, but we'll flip it. Okay, so right now, because of that Eight of Wands energy, it feels like you're rushing into a lot of things. And although you on the outside are coping well with it, on the inside you're like kind of freaking out. So like when I said it seems like you know what you're doing, on the outside you look like you know what you're doing, but on the inside the like tower is falling. The people, it's like that scene in SpongeBob where in his brain all the files and everything in the office is like on fire, and all the SpongeBobs are like running around like not knowing what to do. That's kind of the energy I get from this, like in your internal thoughts and your internal feelings. And so you're trying to take the time to reflect on yourself and address what's going on as best as you can, but clearly like you're wounded from some kind of past feelings of hurt, maybe, stemming from the illusion of the moon card. So maybe it could have been your past experiences as represented by the Six of Cups. Something that's making you look back in terms of your relationships or your motivations. You're looking back on it and wondering if this is really right for me, if the things I'm doing are the right path. But you're maintaining in the future we see that you're maintaining your control with the Emperor and just trying to keep the boat afloat. Keep things going on the right path is what you're doing. Just have a look at your advice cards to see if they'll give us any additional insight. So you have the Eight of Coins, which you had earlier, so really reiterating that you're working really hard on yourself, you're working really hard on the things that you love. Then you have the Fool card, which signals a new beginning. You have the Princess of Wands. And then you have the Three of Swords. Yeah, definitely this Three of Swords energy coming from the Tower, coming from the Moon card. So a feeling of betrayal, a feeling of hurt, a feeling of woundedness that is very strongly getting picked up here. But you're working on it. That's the caveat, is you are working on these internal wounds. And so because you are working hard on it and internally reflecting of the things that you want and how you can better yourself, you're going to have a brand new beginning. And the Princess of Wands represents the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands is excited. He's enthralled by what the world has to offer. And he just wants to go out and enjoy it. And I say he as like a gender neutral term. He could be a man, he could be a woman. I mean, this card is the Princess of Wands. Through working on yourself, you create excitement in your life that you didn't have before. And that can really be seen through the Two of Cups. So it could be a new relationship, it could be a new opportunity, it could be a new friendship, a new partnerships. So yeah, there's something to be excited about, Capricorn. I've been working really hard. So now I will go over the oracle cards to see your overall energy and kind of get a good wrap up of the situation. So first you have Anne Carson, which represents the intellect. And then you have Hedgehog. And then for your crystal cards, you have Blue Calcite, which is soothing, inner peace, universal perspective, and strong memory. And then you have Iolite. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but magical power. It stands for magical powers, divine feminine, work connections, and inspiration. So work is also really standing out to me. This may be a new friend that you meet in work or in school. So definitely feeling that off of the Iolite crystal. So we'll go over what these two cards mean in the literary, which is oracle booklet, before I give out any further closing thoughts. So Anne Carson represents the intellect, intellectual growth, delights of the mind, plagues of the mind. So Anne Carson is a prolific writer of poems, essays, and various literary hybrids. She works with themes of lost family members, love and lust, religion, and the intellectual tradition. Fellowship recipients the combination of this MacArthur's fellowship, recipients, austerity, startling insights, and relentless questioning is as awe-inspiring and explosive as the volcanoes she has been known to paint. Anne Carson is also a scholar of ancient Greek and Latin texts and a champion of fellow witches, having translated Sappho and written about Emily Bronte and Virginia Woolf. And then move on to the hedgehog, which is vulnerability, hiding the heart, and tenderness. And you can definitely see that this hedgehog is in connection with the Three of Swords and the Tower. And that was actually, I should have said it when I saw the hedgehog card, but I wanted to kind of keep it until I read out the entries. But, you know, when a hedgehog curls in and it uses its spikes as protection, that's kind of what you're doing right now in the moment. And sometimes it's good to protect yourself, but other times it can be damaging to our own relationships. And that also relates to Aunt Carson, which is the plagues of the mind that she mentions. A lot of the time we struggle with our ego, which is our mind, which serves to protect us, which worked in the olden days. So continuously doing the same things over and over again served us because it kept us safe and out of danger. But now that we live in a new era, you know, not hunter and gatherers, it can inhibit us. So that's what's really kind of coming off of this Anne Carson card in relation to the hedgehog. But yeah, continue working on yourself. And even though things might be hard, there is a new beginning out there for you and something to really be excited about, Capricorn. So yeah, I hope you were able to get a piece of advice that might have been helpful. Remember to take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But yeah, that is your reading for January 2022. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.